Today is Friday, September 15th, 2023, and we are parked out at Sawyer Pond Trailhead off of Sawyer River Road. There's space for probably, it's a pretty good size, 15 cars maybe, and we are we're gonna have an adventure. We're gonna head up on the fire road, snowmobile trail, and then a herd path, and then a bushwhack to the Captain, which is on the New Hampshire 100 highest, and then visit Carrigan Pond, and hopefully by then we won't be so disheartened. The plan is then to bushwhack up to the summit of Carrigan, and then descend Signal Ridge and come cut off near the bottom and take a former logging road over almost to the back to the car. There's just a short little road walk. So this is the Sawyer Pond Trailhead right here. We're not going to be taking Sawyer Pond. All right, let's see how it goes. We are out on Forest Road 86 now, and it's not as overgrown as I thought it might be, so that's good. We've got each of us has a little path to walk down, and I know from researching that there's going to be a couple little openings, like here's one right here. There's going to be a large opening that has like a 911 helicopter landing zone near the end of this road. There should be some openings that give views to Carrigan and maybe the Hancocks. It's pretty flooded, huh? Yeah. Anyway, really nice. I'll take the easy miles because I know we're going to have some really hard ones. There's some, what do they call it? Large leaf goldenrod. There's a stand of it right ahead of me. I like how they look like a bottle brush almost. There they are. Pretty. So this is that big open 911 helicopter landing zone. And I'm going to zoom in. Carrigan. Zoom way in. See the fire tower? I don't know if you can tell. Crazy. And then Bushwhacking. And I think when we get down near the end of the opening here, we'll be able to see the Captain, I think. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this explains that this is a 911 landing zone. Immediately below it is the largest bear poop I have ever seen in my life. Put my foot next to it. Holy moly, it's huge. And I was wrong before. Of course, we walked through the field, so now you can't see it. But so Carrigan was the big hump with the fire tower, and then the other 2 points, the middle one was just a bump on Signal Ridge, and the other one in the foreground is like an unnamed little peak. Bushwhacking is going to be behind Carrigan. We can't see it from here. Okay, and now we're going to pick up a herd path, which I think is like right through here somewhere. We'll go figure it out. We are still on the herd path, and it's really quite open. Here it is. And this is our view up to the Captain, which is really unusual because for New England, for New Hampshire, having all that open rock like that. And it's named like El Capitan in Yosemite because of the sheer rock faces. So we are heading over to the end of this herd path, which should end at a climber's camp. And I wonder if there's anyone climbing. I've seen some footprints, but I don't think they're from today. They could be though. They're probably from yesterday. Heavy rain, so there's some footprints left. Okay, there's our first look. Let's see, a little more. Going up to the top of that, but around the right-hand side. There's a moose right around the corner. Oh, he's so big. There's 2 of them. He's got antlers. One of the antlers is straight ahead, right in there. Okay, that's okay. That was cool. We are 4 miles in right now, and this is what's called the climbers camp. So there's a big fire pit, some rocks to sit on, and then there's a spot back here that is good for a tent or 2. This is kind of the end of the herd path that we're gonna follow. Oh look, someone's burning their saw and tent poles. Okay. The saw looks like it would have been all right. View of the captain right there. I'm sure there's a herd path that continues on to where the climbers climb, but we're not going that route. So we're gonna actually start our bushwhack here. I'm gonna get my pack all set to go. So we are about a 1/4 mile, less than that actually, 2/10 maybe, from the climbers camp. We set off following a drainage, and then it got a little too difficult for me to climb in there, so I ended up going to the woods on the left of the drainage, which was not horrible. It wasn't totally open, but it wasn't bad. And then we could see that there's a slide on the map, so we cut over to the slide. We're gonna climb up the slide now, and then obviously we cannot climb that. We're gonna cut over. That way to get up. And this is the view out. Nice view of Passaconaway right there. I'm not zoomed in, but excellent. And then the rest of the view. Very cool. All right, you know I love a slide. I'm about 50 feet higher on the slide now, and there's a great view looking to the captain. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna continue up here, although it looks like those are pretty hairy, straight up slab up there.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely cut.
We're gonna cut over to get into the call between whatever this bump is right here. We wanna come out like there, go up to the summit of that, come back down into the call. There's a pond, Carrigan Pond, and that is our second destination today. We have been working our way from the slide over to the left, climbing up as we can go, but now we've got this huge band of slab. We're at the base of it now, so we're just gonna keep working our way.
We're gonna be able to zip around it, looks like.
And hopefully we'll be able to cut up around it shortly.
Here's Laura, she's climbing up. Oh, it's quite steep through here, but at least it's open. Having fun?
Definitely.
Yes.
What is that right there? Oh, nothing.
Oh, I don't know.
I was just thinking, this hike has it all. We saw moose, we had a slide, we had a fun bushwhack, interesting logging road stuff.
And then we'll get normal trails on the way out.
And we'll get a 4,000 footer, and we'll get a New Hampshire 100 highs.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So there we are. This is the top, well, it's almost to the call.
Thank God.
On the way up, Captain.
Whew, we are just about up into the call now. And the skies are overcast with high clouds because of the Hurricane Lee, Tropical Storm Lee. But we shouldn't have any problems today. This is where we just came up out of the bushwhack. I think there was a more direct way. But, I mean, we're still in a bushwhack, obviously, but... Oh, jeez. My poles are getting hung up. There we go. It was a little steep climbing, a little bit tight. You know what though? It wasn't the worst I've seen, so a lot of it was actually fairly open. All right. So now I'm at 4.44 miles and I'm over 3,000 feet right now. Let me see what I'm at. 3140. So we have 400 more feet to gain to get up to the summit of the Captain. Okay, it's over there. We are up in the call right now. There was a little bit of a wet area and I think John got stuck in it. I went around. It was very open. I can hear him. There he is. So that was nice that it was open. We're going to be heading into this now. And there is the Captain right there. So it's taken us a while. It's not a quick bushwhack. It is a real, true bushwhack for this portion. Here we are. We made it. There's a little Captain Morgan for you. The bottom was severely over-tightened, but John was able to get it open, so we signed in. I'm assuming the person who signed in last is the one who over-tightened it, and I know exactly who you are. Her. In any case, that was a lot like a type 2 fun, I would say. I was hoping for more herd path as we attained the call, and there really wasn't any. But that makes it a bushwhack. So it worked out okay. Coming up was okay. We're going to go out this way, which looks like a little bit of a herd path. Our next thing that we want to attain is the pond, which I believe is right down there. I was hoping to be there at 1 o'clock, and it's not. It's like, what time is it? It's 12:55, so we're not going to make it there by 1.
Okay.
But it's okay. We'll get down there. We'll have lunch. And then Carrigan is right behind it, right behind the trees here. I don't know if you can see it, so that's where we're going to whack up to that. All right. Success for at least part of the day. Yep. We are down at Carrigan Pond. I had hoped to be here at 1 o'clock. It's 1:26, so I'm okay with that. We're going to have lunch. A little cliff band right there. So this over here is the Captain. And we're going to go back into the call up here and then try to just go right up the ridge to Carrigan.
Everyone says stay on the ridge.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. Excellent. We're up on the summit of Carrigan. It's about 3:30, so we got up here faster than I thought we would. Those are the presidentials right there. There was a cloud. Jefferson has a little cloud, but it's blowing in and out. It's quite windy right now. Mount Lowell right here. We're going to have nice views of it. When we go down, we're going to take Signal Ridge down, most of the way down, so we're going to go right along that ridge. And yeah, didn't see anyone all day. Everything is clear. There's high clouds. There's the Franconia Ridge right here. Lincoln Slide looks like a Y. Everything looks clear now. The winds are about 25 or 30. Nothing crazy yet, but we've got all these low clouds from Tropical Storm Lee. So we're gonna get going. This is the view from up on Signal Ridge Trail cutting across. There's Vaux Spur Webster Cliffs in front of Jefferson, so we're here. And then Willie at the top. Nice. Over here is Resolution and Stairs. Alright, we're going to keep on keeping on. We did just see one person at the summit as we were leaving. One person with 2 little dogs. So we're not the only crazy people out. We are now a little over 9.5 miles in, and we just came right down here. We're on the flat part now of Signal Ridge, and we're going to head out this way. It's an old forest road. That'll take us closer to our car. We're just a little ways in on this abandoned forest road, or whatever it is. There was a campsite probably 200 feet from the trail, right on it, big open spot with a fire ring, and then it turns into a herd path right behind it. And some of this has been pretty open and some of it hasn't, but it's not like bushwhacking like we did before. So this is welcome, although it's getting a little tight right here. Did I miss it? It's over there. There we go. Okay. Gotta get out to it again. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna stop and use 2 hands. We are back on Sawyer River Road. This is the end of the logging road, which really is just a single track for the entire way. Yeah, there's some blue flagging around here. One there, one there. We got big rocks and a little pull off, a no camping sign, and a couple more pieces of flagging. And then the trailhead for Sawyer Pond is up around the corner. It's like 0.2 of a mile, I think, from here. We just had to do, oh look, there's flagging on the other side too, 2 pieces. We just had to do a river crossing, water crossing. I think in regular conditions it would be rock hoppable, completely dry. You have on, your feet are dry, right?
My feet are dry because I'm wearing Gore-Tex.
Gore-Tex, yeah.
I got
My-
water all over the top of them.
My left foot is dry, my right foot is wet a little bit on the outside edge. But, yeah. So we're back to the car. That was awesome. I think it's gonna end up being around 11.5 miles. And it took us all day, but I knew it would.
10 hours.
Yep. All right. Excellent, Captain and Carrigan.